Yo, welcome back everybody. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 best Rebirth class setups that you should be using right now after the Season 2 Rebirth Island reinforced update. Now before the video does continue on, I want to ask y'all for one thing and one thing only. If you could drop your boy a like button, it really does help out the algorithm here on the channel, helps out more people see this video. So I appreciate it. Now, getting started here. After the new update, we did see a few nerfs, a few buffs, and probably a lot, or if not a few, a lot of hidden nerfs or hidden buffs. And I'm gonna be talking about a few of those things now. I just kind of have these in just like non-numerical order, just whatever. Now the most favorite class setup that I've been rocking right now is not specifically the M4. It's actually the Amadi. I don't know why the Amadi right now, especially just the single burst Amadi, is so damn good. It takes 3 bursts. 3 bursts when anywhere from 10 meters to 0 meters up close. 3 bursts to knock someone. Thing is so OP, it's so fast. This is the build that I use for Agency Suppressor, Task Force Barrel, Target Team Spotlight to run around a little bit faster, the 30-round mag, and then the Airborne Elastic Wrap for a fast ADS speed. This thing, y'all, I don't know why it's so good and so damn fun to use. You run real fast with it since it's a pistol, and a very big perk that I just love about running this Amadi specifically is that I can run another perk like Tempered or Restock or High Alert or even Ghost if you want to get Ghost right off the bat. Is really nice. You don't have to pick up a second loadout really. And then I actually run Combat Scout, or you can run Tune Up, or whatever else. I don't really think you should run Amped with a pistol because the change speed from when you switch weapons is really the same thing. The same speed doesn't really change, so might as well use like something like Combat Scout or Tune Up, or maybe with Battle Harden or Tracker, however you like to play. I personally love Tempered because you save a lot of plates. You save a lot of plates by just running Tempered. So I think either the best for Rebirth is either Tempered. I've seen a lot of people start rocking Tempered lately, and also High Alert since it is Rebirth Island. Ghost, if you want to play like that, throwing knife and my stim, get around quick. And personally, I've been enjoying rocking the M4A1. I don't know why, I've always liked rocking the M4A1. It's so good. It's so versatile. You use it mid-range, long-range. I like using this iron sight barrel, so it kind of complements with the Amadi, where I can sort of use this like mid-range also to long-range. So yeah, it's very fun to use. Catch a lot of dubs with this, a lot of high kill games with this M4. It's just a classic M4. Mono, M16, tac laser, commando, and 60-round mags. And gotta have it obsidian, of course. It just makes it look super clean. So that is my number 1 class setup. Now the number 2, it is the OG Bren and the OG OTS. I don't know why after the update OTS feels really damn good again. It might have been one of those hidden buffs or just something, bro. Trust me, I know it feels like they do something to some of these weapons and they just don't tell us anything at all. Groove Suppressor, Task Force, Target Team Spotlight to run fast, the VDV 40-round fast mag, and the KGB Skeletal Stock for that ADS fire movement speed and sprint to fire. Now Carmine gave me the setup, so shout out to Carmine, aka OG, whatever his name is now. So yeah, W class, it is really fun to use. It kills really fast. It feels like the original OTS back in Verdansk when it was just frying up, when it was like super good. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I love the OTS. It's really good. And then the Bren. Now the Bren is one of those weapons that it felt like it got a little con, but it still hits. It's the Bren. Now this is one perk, on hand dexterity or equipment dexterity on hand for perk 2. They actually get a little bit faster ADS speed when you're rocking this perk. I'm not entirely sure if that still works, so I kind of just like to run fully loaded, just so when I pick it up, it's always full of ammo. And I like to use it in Rebirth because it is just really damn good, and it's Yeah, it's the brand, bro. It kills so fast when you're already ADS'd. The only thing down is it is a little slow since it is an LMG. So you know, you could kind of switch out if you want to go MX or the Mercury. I like the Mercury so we don't lose as much ADS speed if we were to go with the MX. So that's that. The Queen 775 last barrel is the best one after this one got the nerf. The scope, the super clean iron sights, the Queen's Model 11BH, best for recoil. You could try out the other ones like Hoxham, but this one doesn't do as much as before the patch. Tight grip for less recoil, polymer, less recoil, 40 round mags, best recoil, ADS, fire rate. Can use the other one, but it's a little bit slower. This one's just easier all the way around, and you do gain a little bit of mobility and stuff like that back since it's only 40 rounds instead of 100 rounds and you take forever to reload and stuff like that. Lengthen for that bullet velocity, and then hand stop for that recoil control. You could go hand stop, carver, whichever one floats your boat. I kind of like just hand stop better. It's a little bit better. I don't lose even more ADS speed than if I would have went with the carver. So that's why I like the brand. It just fries out, bro. Whenever you're ADSing with it, you can use this at the longest range possible, and it just kills so damn fast. But you have to be kind of pre-aiming a lot with the brand. So yeah, big TTK, and then with the OTS, we already talked about the OTS, same perks, and lethals, overkill, amped, double time, amp since it is like an LMG, so we need that, and then stims. Next, it is the Car 98K Modern Warfare Car 98. It's still really super fun. One shot headshot to the head. You can get some very nice clips using the Car 98 in Rebirth. And I have it rocked with a MP40. Now you could go with the Joe Woe MP40, which is very popular right now, which is you just switch off the barrel to the VDD 189mm short. Gives you that extra mobility and that damage range somehow, even though it's a shorter barrel, and that limb damage. But I personally like this one because we do get more recoil with this one, even though it doesn't say there. We do get a lot more recoil, and since I am on console, I kind of like the less recoil feel. So since I do rock this, I rock all the other attachments for ADS. So the ADS on the barrel, the ADS fabric grip, the rear grip, unmarked to run faster, quick to run faster. This one for better sprint to fire speed and movement speed. I might try out the remove stock just to see what the difference is, but you do get more recoil when you run the remove stock. So that's why I like this one. It's kind of like a hybrid in between. You don't really get that added recoil as if you would with the remove stock, but you still get that faster movement speed and sprint to fire speed at the same time. I personally like the iron sights already stock on the MP40. That's why I don't really rock the slave reflector or the elo sight or whatever. And yeah, the recoil booster is a must for any SMG that you're rocking. That's a Vanguard. It's a must. Recoil booster is a must. Now next, I do have the XM4. Surprisingly, it's still very good. I mean, the XM4, you can use this as a mid-range, close range weapon with the Amadi, or however you want to run it. The long range one is still very good. Has a great TTK. It's an AR, 60 rounds, reload fast. So yeah, it's very versatile all the way around. It's still very fun to use in Rebirth Island. The original class setup: agency, task force, 3-time scope, field agent for that recoil, and then 60 round mag. Super versatile. I mean, it's the XM4 is really still good. Some of these guns might be boring since, you know, they are kind of old, but they're still really good. They're way better. I kind of prefer those weapons than the Vanguard long range weapons, besides the brand, really. So yeah, next we do have the Wellgun. Now supposedly the Wellgun did get a nerf in the update, but it doesn't really feel like that. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. It doesn't really feel like it got a nerf. It still hits really good. Now I don't know what people are rocking on the Wellgun these days. This is what I still rock. It still hits for me. I rock the long barrel for that less recoil. Unless you want to rock another barrel, you could absolutely try that out. Kind of like Joe Woe was running it. Maybe you want to try one of this setups, but you might want to change that on the barrel and then the rear grip and stuff like that. So I rock mine with the recoil booster, must for any SMG. That's Vanguard, long barrel, slate reflector. I don't really like the iron sights on these. I kind of just prefer the slave reflector on this one particularly. And then P40 is different. They're a little bit more cleaner, but this one's like, I don't know. I just am not a fan of the iron sights. Then remove stock for that movement speed. On this one I do remove stock. And not the skeletal one like I do on the MP40, because I don't know, you get a more faster movement speed with this than if you were running this. I feel way more slower when I'm running this than compared to this, so that's why I rock this one. Even though you do lose recoil, but we got the long barrel for that, so you know, kind of counteracts that. They counteract each other. Acrobat, because we do move really fast. We don't have acrobat on the MP40, so we do have it on the Wellgun. We have quick to run even more faster, and then fabric for that ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, and then bullet velocity, lengthen. Could either run incendiary, but that got nerfed a while back ago. The Gorenko 40 rounds, best one overall. Some people like to use the big balls one, the 64, or the 48. Not a fan of those. Like this one, just less recoil. And then the Mark IV skeletal just for that ADS speed, since we are running the long barrel. So yeah, that's the way that I like my Wellgun. Just big fan of it. Easy to use, runs fast, and low recoil. So best all the way around. Now next, I didn't know what to put for my primary here. We're gonna talk about the secondary, which is the Milano. I've seen a lot of people use the Milano now after you know, a lot of people were talking about it. It's really good. It's really good. This is the class complexity gave me, which is the Task Force Barrel, Tiger Team Spotlight, Bruiser Grip, 55 round mags, or you could go with the salvo, or you could go with the 45 if you are playing solos. And the airborne elastic wrap for that ADS speed. I don't know why. Thing hits really good. Low recoil. A lot of magazines. It doesn't shoot that fast. So it's kind of more of a 10 meters to like mid-range type of SMG and those mid SMG gunfights, if that makes sense. But up close, if you have movement, you could be super versatile with this. You can even use this for long range. I don't know if you guys remember, there's still the long range class setup that people use. So yeah, I relatively do like the iron sights on this. It's pretty clean, reminds me of the Growl with just a little line there. It has little things around, but it's still relatively clean. I'm not running any Raider stock or anything like that. It doesn't feel like it needs it really. It's crazy, but this is really good. Low recoil, like you have no recoil on this at all. So that's probably the biggest W from the Milano. It is super simple. It really is super simple. Now for the primary, I just put the Growl just because it's the Growl. It felt like it got a buff after I think it was last season, and ever since then it's been really good. I've seen a few amount of people use it, but we're just gonna talk about other ARs that you could put in here, like the Ram, if you could control that up left recoil. AK-47 Cold War does still pack a punch, but you still got that recoil that you have to manage. The Crick 6, decent. It's like a hybrid between a AK and XM4, but you get more of a vertical recoil than of like a horizontal recoil with the AK. So Krig, if you want to use that. Far, you same thing like the Krig. I think only the Far shoots a little bit faster than the Krig. So yeah, you kind of, you know, pick out what you like. C58, a lot of people use the C58. I'm not a big fan of it. I just don't know why that recoil. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of it. But if you are, can rock that. Or the EM2, kind of the same thing. Or the Volk, or the Automaton. If that floats your boat. If you can control that recoil. The Volk, I think the Volk is more of a like a SMG secondary sniper support AR. I don't think it's the best for long range. It doesn't really have that long range capability like maybe the Automaton have, or maybe the QG M40. Haven't leveled it up. Haven't tried them out. But I don't see as much people use them, or either like the Vargo or anything like that. Even though some people like it, some people don't. So yeah, that's that. LMGs, I mean, the Bruin could use it for fun, Finn for fun, PKM, good, great hit scan. And yeah, that is pretty much it for today's class setup. Rebirth Island top 5 class setups. I know it took a while, 15 minutes in, 14 minutes in, but if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate it. Comment H2O that you're drinking your water. It's important, y'all. Drink y'all water. Either way, I'm gonna head out, y'all. Take care. Have a wonderful Sunday today. And I'm out, bro. Peace.